Tamamo, I've come to parley. Huh? Where you at? Not with garish garbage, such dissonance. That one particular room, was it not a dance hall? See, a brief glitch in humanity once caused a cultural boom in which dancers in form-fitting garb reveled between beams of light. Why would that be a cultural shift, like you said? Saber looks particularly happy. I guess Castor wanted to leave that design just a tiny step away from vulgarity. Really barely skimming that line. Yeah, it sounds like Tamamo, alright. There's already a rose right in front of my eyes. Seeing you on the battlefield. Nothing compares yourself to the muses when she speaks, but I would say her brilliance surpasses them. In fact, I say her brilliance is like Venus, the goddess of love herself. No flattery, no exaggeration, that's how I feel. Saber calmly accepts my feelings, even though they started to embarrass me once I thought them through. I don't know exactly what the love of Venus feels like to her, but her voice whispering in reverence is full of benevolence and adoration. We're gonna keep doing that until you showed up. Tamamo. This tiny flash of skin is merely the adventure of a maiden. If I were to cast off my shame, the sight would be awesome indeed. I'd like to know more, but I'd hold it in for now. Instead, I remind Saber this is the time for a name-calling match. We came here to parlay. Yikes. Heard you well enough. You never listen to reason. What do you mean by dastardly? You cowardly trollop. How dare you? Oh, she transforms for those. I might want to do the same. I want to talk this out. I tell the both of them that neither of them have anything to gain from fighting, even if one of them wins, a strong enemy's right around the corner. I don't want either of them to be caught alone when that happens. I tell her I know how she feels. Now that I see her face to face, I also know for a fact we're not enemies. Honestly, only part of me is sure of the whole thing. The memories of the Moon's Holy Grail War are still hazy. I fought and finally made it through, but I don't really remember how or what I found out in the end. Even so, I know this much. Castor, Tamamo no Mai, without a doubt, you are the precious servant of Samantha Sayonji. But you would have met her when you gained your regalia, the soul. Even now she's right at your side. Saber and I have the same bond, not just between master and servant, bigger than that. I know it's no different with you and the soul. I'll say it however many times as I have to. I'm not your enemy. This part of Samantha Sayonji just wants to talk. Search your regalia, you know it to be true. Yeah. You avoided that after all. I guess you're back. I guess you're only serious when you do the transformation. To think I would be exorcised with mere words. This house is clear. I give her a pat. That's okay. Sniff, sniff. Mm-hmm. You idiot, you beautiful, sexy idiot. I understand the Samantha on their side is particularly clear-headed. Nothing wrong with embracing who you are. It's what the other me says to Caster to let her know it's okay. Come on, we gotta make out harder than them. What are you talking about? What do you mean, no? Not particularly being to be praised, but once in a while, once in a blue moon, even could you not share me with affection? I would have you caress my head, not as one would with a pet, but gently enough not to tangle my hair. What say you? In exchange, I offer repose on my lap. Who could resist this clearly irresistible bargain, the best in all of Rome? Let me just put this in my pre-order for now. You intend to order the entire set and have it delivered to my room? Mm-hmm. You keep out of this. I don't have to sex you up now. We'll wait till we get home. With these rings I thee fuse! So my purple now, the red and blue? Be easier to do the red again, like I was when I was the three of us together. Yeah, we have the memories of the body now. We can, I think between the two of us, piece it together is what you're saying? Once we stop at Earth and Moon are both finished. The archives chronicle the destruction of the past. Gods and men fell side by side. For those few who survived, there was nothing left but scorched earth. I'm not losing my husbando. I see. Well, then I guess it's a three-way, then! Myself made whole, or close enough to it. The regalia brought itself together, and us with it, without a hitch. I tell my servants it's okay, nothing was lost of either of us. The memory of being Nero's master and Tamamo's are both in me. Girls! They each grab an arm. Girls, you can both have me! Oh, wait, with you. Oh, God, I wish there was a repeat button for that. I don't know what it is. I don't know. Knit something I shouldn't. Oh. My chest is where it should be, you imbecile. Squish, squish. Oh, but here's my chest now, squish, squish. Da, 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 da. He belongs to me. This girl is mine. Prater shouldn't have been split in the first place, but before and after that, my one and only. So this is hell. No, I should try and stay calm. Someone has to. I mean, what did I think was gonna happen? Doing the puzzle when they see me relax in that second, Oh no! Kamehameha! There's a code cast and spin the two in the air. This is my new skill, the mid-air strike, a vacuum toss! Is it not possible for you two to get along? Two Samantha Sionjis were fundamentally the same, but there were two of us until now. But do we really have time for this? Play nice! Anyway, that's one problem solved. Saber and Castor won't go to war, and the two pieces of regalia have combined without either of them breaking. Plus, I have my sense of self back, and two waifus, from before I went to the Moon Cell Core. Now for the next step, the girl I saw in that far-off dream will be here any second now. Here comes the Zero Dark Portal. I already know what's about to happen. No doubt in my mind. I'm about to witness an anomaly that shouldn't exist, but there's no turning back. This is a reality we gotta stand up and face. Not just the sky right here now, the entire world's splitting. It's breaking apart. The coming darkness is both part of Seraph and something else. The darkness that existed before human wisdom was born, forever untouched by the light of civilization. The Zero Dark. And from it, Altera. Girl in white. She's not someone I actually met in person. Only know of her through the body's message, but something about her stirs up feelings deep within. Altera. Her sun-kissed skin and red eyes, her lithe body befitting a great warrior, and her incredible powers of destruction. I already know what she looks like on the battlefield. You hear Saber and Castor. They're not frantic or hesitant, they're not panicked either. It's a much deeper, darker fear? No, it's not right either. It comes from somewhere deep, it's not necessarily a dark feeling. Saber's still as graceful as a rose, and her golden sparkle hasn't faded. Castor's warmth of the sun continues to shine as well. They're facing this head-on. Her glistening glaze seems to pierce through me. But of course she's staring. I look back. I look the same as her master on her side. She can look if she wants to. I'm right here. I know all about her. The destroyer of everything fated to disappear in the end. Behold, my true name is Nero, 5th Emperor of the Roman Empire. Know me as Nero Claudius. Along with you and Castor, both am the servant of Samantha Sionji, my beloved praetor. Synchronize with me, and as you do, Castor, let us survive this ordeal together. She is the main protag, I'm sorry. I was honestly wondering if I would, like, switch between now or something like that. Awesome. This one may win her over to our side. Oh damn. Even with the two of us, she's no match. Let's pour it on, baby. If I could still L2 and do more damage. Activate my shit. Formation of a rival alliance. Might we have a chance to parlay. Our enemy is an Altera, even though this battle is orchestrated by him. Right now, my amount of time we can put forward thwarting his plan is precious. I think she has doubts as well. We might have clashed together just now, but I'm sure that if we talk, we can negotiate with her face to face as the heroic spirit she is. Trust me, guys, I got this. 5 minutes. That's all I can spare to play with you. First, I need to explain our goals. To unify the Regalia and stop the coming of Velbar, we need to intend to protect Seraph and the Moon Cell, and by extension Earth, the proof of the royal authority over the Moon Cell automaton, the Moon's holy grail. Using the Regalia, we will continue jamming the observation function of the Umbral Stars that looms over us from the far end of the galaxy, perpetually searching for civilizations to consume. After that... Impatient as ever, hero Altera. Our goal is to protect the world from the Umbral Star. You could even say our goal is to live. We won't submit to some one-sided invasion, and we have no intention of being destroyed without even knowing the reason. But you, Altera. It goes without saying, we can't explain the entire situation in only 5 minutes, and I can't share this data with you since we aren't connected by the same Regalia. So I'll say this as clearly as I can. I'll protect the world and you. That's my wish, delivered to me from someplace both impossibly far and impossibly close. I'll do everything in my power to make that come true. No reason for you to do exactly as the Umbral Star or Archimedes says, so... Maybe we reach the other Samantha. Whether joined for conversation or some other reason, I don't know, but either way, I'm grateful. It'll take more than once to persuade her since the mind and soul are strangers to her, as frustrating as it is. Altera and I share no deep bond. All I have are memories. Memories of the things they shared. Even so, all I can do about it is make educated guesses and assumptions about what might have happened in this timeline. On the other hand, her was there for all of it, which was probably the intention the entire time. It's not some kind of upload or download. I can sense the intention and feelings of the body. You two were able to reunite. That in itself is a wonderful thing. However, this can't be the end of it. We can't just unite the Regalia and leave it at that. Nothing would change. That alone isn't enough to rate Altera a new ending. That's what she said without language. Told me every word. From one Samantha Sayonji to another. Well, I can go now. We gave her something to think about. Oh ho? Oh ho and Umu. What's Altera then? We have Oh ho, Umu, and just nonchalant.
古代ローマ帝国はとそれで永遠を語るなんてたまってまあ見方によってはローマの文化なりキャスターよ何を言ってるのだ
In the words left to us by my divine ancestor Romulus, Rome is indeed eternal. That old meat brain, You weren't there. Now that you mention it, who is Romulus anyway? Is that important to him in Rome's origin story? Rome! Some sort of Rome fad spreading through Seraph? The Mediterranean's fine to visit on your honeymoon, but if you live there, your hair would get so damaged from the sun. I can tell me you met him. Huh. Romulus is also ascended as a top servant. No, just lineage. All the Mirzarona children are my divine ancestors, so we all have met him in the far corners of our dreams. Yeah, we have your tomb with us now. You have joined us. You didn't become a consort. You should at least move your base here. Least I could do to fulfill my duty. Decide which of our houses my husband will live in after this battle's over. These Roman territories are the perfect point from which to plan our attack on the Umbral Star. They're both easy to defend and difficult to besiege. Oh, good. Commence! Does that do that every time you swing your sword? Oh my goodness, look at this table. You don't often see so many servants gathered in one place. All the heroic spirits belonging to both Saber and Castor's armies are gathered here. A huge conference with a total of 9 servants attending, all to prepare for the battle ahead. Even though we managed to converse with the other side briefly, I wouldn't really call what happened a success. We have to prepare ourselves to fight Altera, as well as the force of destruction she leads. Their side is likely to have top servants as well. Yeah, some we've faced off quite a bit. Umbral enemies. Isn't that literal? No, easy to remember at least. Though I should warn you of one thing. The moment I handed over the regalia, I became unable to produce attack programs, so keep that in mind. The ring won't make them anymore, apparently. Unfortunate, but the regalia was originally made to adjust the environmental balance of pseudo-spiritrons within Seraph. It's unwise to just endlessly create attack programs without considering the aftermath. So we don't have our little soldiers ourselves, we gotta do everything only uses the forces we got. Not surprised you're in on this so quickly, Lancer, from the way you're speaking. Sounds like you've already done your fair share of scouting. Does that mean the Umbral forces are already active? Well, showing scale of martial strategy, but the other side's more formidable. I know I'm amongst warriors, so I don't say this lightly, but we don't have much of a chance of beating them head on. Never heard them so intense and forceful. Kukulane has already been through hundreds of battles. Even if I hadn't fought with him as an ally for very long, I can tell how powerful he really is. Yet the expression and tone, I know exactly what that means. He's talking about top men. These heroic spirits were handpicked by the Mooncell for their exemplary strength. Heroes among heroes are known throughout the world for their famed exploits. Champions summoned as special classes separate from the Seventh Standard. Well, we know they didn't join the corruption of the Umbral Star. They joined because Altera showed her strength. So we should be able to talk all of them into joining us as well. Oh, their new domain, the Ancient Shrine area. Something else. The gate that leads to their home base in the Zero Dark must have an entrance in that same area. They wouldn't normally need a base at all, since the goal of the Umbral Star is to destroy everything. But the very fact they've made a base means they have something to protect, otherwise I can't imagine what purpose it would serve. First we don't see him at all, now they're spying us from our own backyard? The Umbral forces are invading at an astounding pace. This is a different outcome than what was stated in the body's records. Now that I think about it, there were some discrepancies in the record about how Altera and Saber met, too. Gotta pay more attention from now on. The record isn't always gonna match up with the future that's unfolding in front of us now. Of course, it's possible they'll overlap and we need to use whatever information we have when that happens, but the fact that the future can change gives me a new sense of hope. That ending, if we can stop all of Archimedes' plots, she won't. We can save Altera. Assuming the record of the future isn't set in stone. Why are you getting along so well, and yet you leave your noble emperor out in the cold? Ah, I see. Sir Blue Boo has not said a word since we shared our discussion. Is everything okay? Seriously? You're from the same hometown as Lu Bu. You happen to be a fan of his and his wife? Of course, anyone who tread the path of Wushu knows his name. The Bow Spear Horse. Lu Bu Fengjian was a destructive force with all of them. Of course, his treachery is just as legendary. A queen who enlists the great general of rebellion is either destined for greatness or a great fool. What? Well, I didn't know that. Yeah, let's go out and kill things. What's your plan? I'm about as capable of breaking his gaze as I am of dodging that spear. No one can tear their eyes away from him. Somehow I endure their pressure. Personally, I couldn't care less if someone looks down on me. After all, the wizard Samantha Sionji isn't exactly anything special, but as Saber's master, I can't let anyone think any less of me. Saber places their trust in me, even though I'm so ordinary. She says I'm a master worth putting her life on the line for, and so I owe it to her to live up to her lofty expectations, no matter what kind of heroic spirits are gathered here. Can't let them see the fear in my eyes. You think Mr. Lu Bu is ready for a nap? Dude. We aim for the ancient shrine area. gonna be more my room stuff before I head out. Looks like it might be. Caught you sleeping. No wonder. First a great battle in the capital, then a great council meeting with no rest at all in between. Started looking drowsy the moment you entered my room. Drowsy? How long was I out? I don't feel like I hit the shoots at all, but I must have slept if Saber says. Saber says. Hmm? I have no intention of letting that happen. We belong together here on the moon. But that puts me on the spot. What do I even say at a time like this? I guess it would be best to let my actions speak for themselves. Yes, yes, of course. I should hold her hand too or something like that. Huh? All I did was take her hand. How did we get here? I have no idea what you're talking about. Well, I feel like I have an inkling, but... wait! Calm down. Not rushing into things is the key to victory, Saber. By any other name, they would be as sweet, and yet I can only describe Saber's lips as comparing them to roses. They're beautiful. A cherry blossom or a peach might be close to them in color, but I think roses are the best metaphor. Of course. Hmm? And again, our clam is jammed. Now that I'm no longer queen, this is only my room that operates properly. Well, there's nailed back my tears to let my dearest to come here with you, but you. To be sure, I would have had difficulty recovering from this, and yes, she's completely right. The whole point of resting in my room was to recover my strength. Oh, she's pissed. I know that you did the same in your own precious capital with your own husband. You onesie pressure the soul prayer in some oriental fantasy. Again! Rugs are oriental. No cheating allowed. Is that not what we agreed? I said you could both have me. That's just gonna complicate things even further, right, if I say that. I don't know what it is, but I get a very specific feeling in the back of my heart. It's different from worrying about the outcome of the fight, something more calm and peaceful. The sight and sound of the two of them, their whirling expressions as they sling words back and forth, all of it incredibly nostalgic. I realize now I'm right where I ought to be. I don't have all my memories back yet. I can't even recall the details of the Holy Grail War by myself. Even though 2/3 of my cyber frame consolidated, I'm still technically incomplete. Despite that, I'm home. Saber's words were ring true. Although I have more memories in the body that disappeared in the other parallel world, there are still spots of cloudiness in my mind. I remember much, but I can't confidentially say... Confident, not confidentially. See, my memories are complete. Would love it if you could tell me more about the days we spent together as master and servant. Then I shall tell you a tale. When she calls herself the finest instrument ever forged, she's not boasting. She tells me all about the moon's Holy Grail War, about the wizards of the cyber world invited to the moon by Providence, devoting themselves to reaching the top through a battle to the death. The summoned heroic spirits, the proof of the ultimate servant, the days of conflict when we ascended 7 layers to the core of the moon, the prison of Seraph. The duel so cruelly repeated by the 128 masters who gathered on the moon were set up in the form of a tournament. With every battle, half the masters disappeared, losing their lives in the process. The masters and servants both would die. Each master life extinguished, so too with their servants disappeared, returning in death to the throne of heroes. In the end, the toll was 125. Now that you told me all this, I feel like the cloudy parts of my memories are returning in vibrant color. We fought what felt like an endless battle and finally reached the prison of Seraph. And after everything that happened, here we are in this newly created Seraph. Even if the 7 seas and layers of the old moon are gone, there's no doubt there a new serial phantasm was born. Our new Rome. Maybe it really is possible between us. An empire of red and gold, one of the pillars of human civilization that thrives to this day. I'm sure Sable will be able to found one in Seraph. I'm not surprised. The story you told me was very easy to understand, though thoroughly evocative. It's almost as if she had rewritten the world as a great play and reenacted it in front of me. Seneca, the tutor of Emperor Nero and an ancient Roman philosophizer. Oh. I think that was the right choice. You enjoyed dying in public and coming back to life to prove he was immortal, or when he was young he'd walk on air in full view of a crowd, boasting of his impending magecraft battle with the apostle of the Messiah. Incorrigible. Sounds like he was soft on himself and hard on others. Now, to be fair, Simon Magus was such a famous practitioner of magecraft, even I've heard of him. So maybe he had some grand design we'll never get. This is after I already smacked down Gilgamesh once. Guess Iskan-do's gonna do some things too. Oh boy. It's all the heavy boys. Whoop. I keep hitting a button that... So this just got harder. Only a little bit though. Still carving through the same old, same old. 1, 2, yeah. She's up there in the 30s, she should be fine. This is still a 29 on easy normal. But needless to say, the gap is getting less and less wide between my level and the level of the what they want me to be at for this particular stage in time. Still going at a pretty good rate, taking over all the sectors here for this battle and everything, so... More until Gilgamesh comes back and I can beat him down some more. So it's you, huh? It was a vicious battle that had us on the brink of death. You truly are a top servant in command of superb men. But we reached the end at last. Prepare yourself, pawn of the Umbral Star. I feel even from within the regalia, his spirit doesn't waver in the slightest, even though we've destroyed so much of his army. He's exactly as the record described. Struck by a feeling of tension and blood-curdling fear, unlike anything I've ever felt before. Even standing in front of 9 heroic spirits doesn't compare to this. I'm glad I'm in the ring right now, because if I had a corporeal form, I would have embarrassed myself in front of Saber. An army of 10,000 would be no match for this great heroic spirit, the great king who invades, trampling his foes, roaring the proud song of victory at the end of his march of conquest. Iskan-do, the king of conquerors who established the supremacy of Macedonia. Saber? I'm the one who's trying to recruit you. It's actually something I was curious about as well. What's going on with this? Just as Saber sees. He doesn't look like he's being manipulated as far as I can tell, at least. He must be doing this because he has something else in mind. Like I said, it's Altera. I don't get all of what he's saying, but just maybe understand a little. King of Conquerors sensed something strange in Altera, who fights like a machine, yet calls herself an embodiment of destruction. So he's trying to convey something to her simply by being his true self, fighting exactly the way he did when he was alive. Something like that. His profound ennui, his boredom. Whoa, he knocked me back already. Or is that just something that Whatchamacallit did? Is he just here now? Why am I not getting... And now I have bested you. Oh no, I deleted him.
だ遅い、ただ奪い、ただ焼き尽くすだけではな。であればこそひとときの喜びの返礼だ。勝利の外貨は貴様、征服王はこれにて突きを去ろう。
The hero's gone. I'd be lying if I said I didn't feel a certain majesty in his exit. I felt strongly within me. The hero fought and fell in the heat of battle. He lost every function of his temporary cyber frame bestowed upon him by the moon cell and lost his life. If Altera were here, had she seen this? Would she felt anything from it? Can't say for sure. But I want to hope that if she had seen it, she too would have felt something. About time you showed up. Corroded Elizabeth Bathory. The final version of Elizabeth. I saw her like this in the record. Looks like she's gained a lot of power. At least her name is super straightforward. Indeed. I'm the one who's doing the consuming here, taking advantage of its power for my own sake. Corroded Liz. Is this thing on? Huh? You can still push her buttons easily. Her voice sends a shiver up my figurative spine. Whatever she is, Elizabeth's no joke. She probably will kill anyone who gets in her way, even if it's Saber or me. Kakatikuya. We doing this now? Yeah, let's go. There's the whatchacoats over here, so I gotta take her out quick, or I might lose the whatchacoats, or I might have to go run after him. They're still technically under my control. It's just when they get took over, they're not mine anymore. Get my EX rank still. Yeah, no match for all of that. She's strong. Even discounting the fact we're exhausted from the fight with Iskan-do, this Liz stands head and shoulders above her usual self. Sister doing it for herself. She gave us a way in. Boss of the air should have been Iskan-do. But seeing as how Liz opened the entrance, maybe the boss rights were switched to her right before he was destroyed. Either way, we've managed to complete our first goal, even if we did come out of it pretty torn up. We normally don't have a way to get to the Zero Dark from Seraph, but can't look a gift horse in the mouth. At the very least, it won't close on its own volition. You should head back to base first and then rest. Oh?
そうだな。
Hmm.
良いな、奏者。真の決戦は。
If we can, we shall. I had a dream. I don't think it was my dream. I think I was spying on a dream that someone else had. Strange is certain of this. It wasn't my own experience, like I was watching a film projected onto a screen. A fragment of the record. The sea of stars, a teardrop, the burning earth. The downfall of the gods, the ravaged planet, the end of civilization, and the destruction of life. The white titan swelling on the horizon and... then blasted away before it could complete its tasks. The cyber frame that holds the memories of the White Titan's all that's left. That which was left in the Zero Dark, forgotten by the Umbral Stars, had headed to the Sea of Stars beyond. That which only exists to wait 14,000 years for the return of the Umbral Star. Without anyone to talk to. Without anything. Trapped in a cold cavern, little different from a coffin. Sweet embrace of sleep would be been a luxury. The cyber frame held life, intelligence, and all the necessary parts to function, but never knew sleep. Its brain never got a chance to rest. Only reflecting on the memories it had of destroying the Earth alone. All that time in the place where it had no input or output, that cyber frame remained for eons. My consciousness clears as Saber's voice reaches my ears. Was this our first time sleeping in the same bed? Or she slept by my side for countless nights. It's comforting to wake up to next such a warm, soft presence. Saber's golden hair shines like the sun, and the sight of it shakes some of the heaviness from my eyelids. The dark cavern. At Saber's urging, my mouth opens on its own. I somehow string the words together, tell her what I saw in my dream, floating somewhere deep within my mind. Story of the White Titan that turned the ground into a sea of fire, and then finally headed beyond a distant horizon of bright light in the long, long, unbearably long days within that shadowy Zero Dark. All said it must have been... an isolated space closed off for ages. That's what the Zero Dark is, as far as we know. Then there's the far side of the moon, as an imaginary space on the other side, where humanity's evils are sealed, separate from the Zero Dark, since the far side is still considered part of a moon system. The Zero Dark is a territory of deep shadows, visible from neither inside nor out. The Ark of the Stars lies there. We know the boundary is there to keep the Ark quarantined from the rest of the moon cell. I imagine its darkness resembles what space looked like before the sun. The space where nothing can be born. The moon cell named it the Zero Dark due to its nature. Its corruption contained, but still festering inside. From there, the Umbral Star takes root. And of course, it's where the White Titan sleeps. Well, not exactly sleeping. I certainly can't imagine it either. No way I could. Even though I experienced everything in that memory as a dream, it was more like looking through sheets of data. Nothing like living it myself. They say a master who forms a contract with a servant sometimes experiences the events of their partner's life through dreams. The dream I had was even less real than that. More like a copy. I don't think I was able to pick up on the same things as the Samantha Sayonji who sent me this record. Doesn't copy over the emotions the recorder feels when the record's made, since it's only a means of absorbing information. That's like reading a book or watching a movie. What you take from it is open to interpretation. But still.
世はアルテラを救いたい。これは世が、それが世がそなたと共に立。
Saber spoke calmly like she was confiding a secret from deep within. She'll fight, but not as the servant of Samantha Sayonji. She'll fight against the darkness as her own person.
それにだ、あの娘をアルテラ目に幸福を教えてやるなどと、そなたのサーバントとして何ドーンと任せるがよい。世には造作もないことだ。この世のものとは思え。
As you say, it's only natural for us to protect Seraph as the ones who live here. That's our survival instinct as living creatures, but we got another reason besides that. Independent of my human desire to live, I want to save Altera. I'm standing very close to you right now. Oh, Jesus. Not again. Miss Caster?
キャスター貴様、初めからではございません。私がお邪魔したのはつい先ほど。ノックをしても返事がない。
This might be my chance to catch him sleeping, but lo and behold.
とか言い合って二人で見つめ合うんですもの。やはり貴様はそりゃそうでしょうとも。ですがまあ、あの時と今回とはかつて巨人を倒すために戦った者たちは倒すためではなく救うために戦うというのは今までにない展開。キャスター、貴様言う振られてねえですよ。
I've been discarded.
私より
How dare.
方が向いているから一歩譲ってあげてるだって。ですが、もちろんご主人様のそう、それはわかる。かなりわかる。だがよ、はいはい、ご主人様の戻る場所必ずやくれぐれも。
I should just up and ask that. I know exactly what it was I want to protect. All I gotta do is make it happen. Through the portal.